Hey, I'm Brian Cohn of BCone Knives, and this is the Chopper Challenge. Let's get into it. I'm going to be focusing on something totally different than everyone else with these challenges: performance. Now, there's going to be challengers out there that are going to try to win your vote with really pretty Damascus or really pretty ornate designs. I am going to be different. After I finish making these two knives to the best of my abilities, I'm going to completely destroy them using the American Bladesmith Society Journeyman Performance Test. If my knives can pass that test, that means they are at the peak of performance and are worth your vote in the Chopper Challenge. Go ahead and vote in the description link down below. The top link is where you can vote, and below that you'll find all of the videos for my competitors. I highly suggest you go and check out all of them. Not only are they fantastic people, but they are highly skilled makers. After you finish watching this video and hit the subscribe button here, go give them some love because they really deserve it. These two knives are coming together really nicely, and I am focused on making them absolutely symmetrical with each other. If I am testing both knives, I want both of them to be almost identical at the end. That is absolutely crucial because each knife is going to be heat treated different to test which one is better and how each of them holds up to a crazy rigorous bending test. More on that later in the video. With the new shop, I don't have uneven concrete to help me pick things up. This makes it so much more difficult.
It's like the claw game. Oh. Oh.
Before I head down to my buddy's shop in Toledo to heat treat these knives, all I have left is to profile the blades and get the tang ready for a handle material. While you watch that process, I just want to thank everybody for the support I've been given through subscribing to this channel, checking out all of my social media in the links down in the description down below, and also for the people who buy my knives. I run a small business making custom knives, and this is what I do for a living. My books are currently open and ready for custom orders. Thank you all so much. We are down in Toledo over at my buddy Jeremy's shop to heat treat the knives. Jeremy, where can people find you?
You can find me on Facebook and Instagram. Both of them are at 419 Forging.
Okay, go check him out down in the links down below. He's a great guy, a great follow. Let's get working. I am heat treating each of these knives in two separate ways. Number one is going into the Apollo Forge, which is by far the best forge on the market. Go check it out at Housemade Industries. Yeah, I definitely went a little bit spicy on this one. The other knife is going to be heat treated out of a Paragon oven. Now this is a professional kiln. The real big difference is the professional kiln is a little bit more controlled, where the forged is a little bit more by sight. Destructive testing both of these knives is going to test whether heat treating out of a forge is good enough. Just like that, both of the knives are heat treated and perfectly straight. Jeremy, I want to thank you so much for having me in your shop. And yeah, let's head back to the Mount Pleasant shop and get these things ground up. We're back in my shop. Let's get grinding. I try to grind these things as close as possible on both sides, but as you can see, the Brute Forge looks identical on both sides. I'm super proud of that. The handle material I decided to go with is my in-house carbon fiber and some bright G10 liners. The one heat treated out of the forge will be getting the red, and the one out of the kiln will be green. That should make it really easy to tell which one is which. To help these knives survive the rigorous testing, I will be blue backing them, which softens the spine. The best process is to bury the edge of the blade in wet sand, which helps protect the edge from the heat from the MAPP gas torches. I then run along the back of the spine until the steel turns blue. Moment of truth. Perfect. We still have the heat treat intact down here at the edge, but we blued the spine so it'll be a lot easier to bend. This is exactly what I was looking for. If you happen to be a maker and you're interested in this carbon fiber, I sell it on my website at bcoknives.com, link in the description down below. You can pick them both up. One is called the X-Forge carbon fiber, which is a marbled carbon fiber, and the other is wholly unique to BCone Knives. It is a monodirectional carbon fiber we call Black Pearl. This stuff absolutely shines in the sun and is so incredibly beautiful. The other big plus for both of these carbon fibers is that they grind like absolute butter. My process on them is super quick and leaves you with an absolutely beautiful glass-like shine. I start off shaping the handles with a 60 grit belt. That will get you down to your general shape, and then I can jump all the way up to 220 because 220 still removes a lot of material and will allow you to round over or get the shape that you want to really get the perfect ergonomics.
There's nothing left. There's so much left in there. What the hell, WD-40? Oh! Whoa! Whoa!
Next, I do some polishing with an ultrafine surface conditioning belt absolutely soaked in WD-40. You can buff it after that if you want to, but I think this is a great finish for a working knife. If you would like to watch a video that is a detailed description on my sharpening process, I will put it in the eye in the corner, or you can check it out in my YouTube channel. I have to admit that this is a very dangerous way to sharpen a knife, and I wouldn't recommend it to most makers, but if you can master it, you can get a hair shaving sharp blade in just a few minutes. The performance test I'm about to perform on these knives will show just how durable that edge is. I am really proud with how these things turned out, and it's almost a shame that I'm gonna have to break them. Check them out. The first test for the Journeyman Performance Test is cutting this 1-inch rope in half. Let's see if I can do it. Like it was nothing. So now we're on to the kiln one. Yes, sir.
Come see it, come see it.
That feels right. The second and probably most demanding of the test is chopping this piece of 2x4 all the way in half, twice, and then shaving your arm with the area of the blade which you used to chop the wood. This tests just how durable that sharp edge is, and it's incredibly difficult to still be able to shave your arm after putting your knife through that much work. Oh man. All right. That was a lot more of a workout than I was expecting. If you look really close to the edge, I really don't see any deformation at all. A couple pieces of 2x4, maybe a light little bit of glinting right there. I think most of my blows were between here and here, so I'll shave my arm right in that spot. All right, so right there. It definitely shaves. There it is. That's a pass for the forge knife. Now I'll be switching over to the other one. Let's get to work on it. Man, that last one was difficult, but there's only one way to get her done. I see why people only do this once. That right there is not a fun test. But what I can say, this edge looks fantastic for that much work. If I put in this much work, I feel like I deserve your vote for the chopper challenge. My accuracy is a lot worse, but as you can see, I think most of my chops happen between here and there. So let's go ahead and see how it shaves. Nice spot right there. Look at all that hair come off. Yes, sir, that's a pass. Last test. So we gotta bend these things in half to 90 degrees without them breaking. This is the test that is going to be the hardest to pass. Let's do it. For the bend test, I have to put the first 3 inches into the vise and bend it over 90 degrees. Common knife-making wisdom would say that the forged heat treat would perform the worst out of these two, but let's go ahead and see. This is the test, end all test. Kyle, I need you to tell me when this is at 90 degrees. Are you ready? Yeah, it's gonna break.
There.
A little more for just to say I can. Yes! I did it! Woo! Oh my gosh, that is so... That's exhilarating. Honestly, I thought that was going to fail. I felt a little pop in it, and I think that was just the handles coming off a little bit. I'm so proud of that. So freaking proud of that. Wow. Check that out. Wow. This almost feels like a formality at this point, but let's do the other one too. pass at this point, right?
Oh yeah, you passed now.
Oh, great. Little extra for the haters. Oh. 2 for 2. Man. I am just so proud of myself for making this happen. There's a lot of things that go into making a knife that performs to this level. Thank you again, Jeremy Ballaball, for inviting me into your shop and for allowing me to use your heat treating oven and your forge for heat treating these knives. Those tests were an absolute success, and I'm so proud with how they turned out. Go and check out all of the other competitors in the links in the description, and then once you're done, go ahead and vote. First link in the description, that's where you can vote for me because I had the best performing knives. Also, thank you to the sponsors who helped put on this chopper challenge. We couldn't have done it without you, and they are worth your support. You can also support me by buying a knife because I am a full-time maker. This is my full-time gig. You can check out more of my work at Bco Knives on Facebook, Instagram, or TikTok. Thank you guys all for your support. I hope you all have a fantastic rest of your day.